did my undergraduate work and medical school at the University of Florida in Gainesville. And when I graduated, I was fortunate to get my top choice of an internship, which was the University of Alabama in Birmingham, and then stayed on there for a residency in internal medicine and then the fellowship in gastroenterology. I'm very active in a lot of organizations and things, and my wife right now is president of the Florida Medical Association Alliance, so I spend a lot of time working for her, actually, in some sense. I like to play golf. I'm active in my church. I used to play tennis, but my own medical issues got in the way of that. So. And I'm also a grandfather, which is an important part of my life, too. Gastroenterology had the most evolving new procedures and experimental studies that were being done, and also had the greatest variety of diseases that you covered. A lot of areas, like ophthalmology, I was interested in. You're talking about 1 cubic inch of the human body. Gastroenterology takes it from beginning to end. We do things like liver disease to infectious diseases to discovering cancers and trying to prevent the cancers from, taking hold and killing the patient. And now our emphasis is on prevention, preventing esophageal cancer by treating the Barrett's esophagus, preventing colon cancer by taking out the colon polyps. Borland Groover Clinic was started between Jim Borland, my original partner, and Jack Groover, who had actually come out of a teaching institution as a professor and then started to practice here in Jacksonville. And the synergy of those two individuals was then to promote the clinic to be of the first order. And they started out by having a research wing, and that's headed by Kyle Litzkorn. And we have the latest technology. We strive to have physicians who are trained in the latest techniques. We have several of our partners that do endoscopic ultrasound, which is only otherwise done at research institutions at the level they provide it. We also have individuals who are doing halotherapy to eradicate Barrett's esophagus and dysplastic tissue, to do endoscopic mucosal resection to take out early tumors. So these are techniques that are only available at most research institutions. Plus, again, our research wing is doing cutting-edge research. And indeed, we were given a trial that we were the only facility in Florida for liver disease that was allowed to do a certain particular trial a few years back, which was one of the ones that led to the newer therapies. Patients will often believe that there are certain alternative therapies out there that can take care of a problem. They also will have the misconception that if they don't have a symptom, they don't have a problem. And we know that from things like colon cancer that you won't have a symptom until it's advanced. So there are certain guidelines that we follow. When someone is age 50, they should have a colonoscopy. When someone develops problems with the swallowing, they already have advanced esophageal problems and should immediately see a gastroenterologist. They shouldn't just go to see their primary doctor and get throat lozenges. When you can't swallow things, you need to see a specialist. Oh, dramatically easier. We used to have to admit the patients, go through a day or 2 days of prep, and the scopes were very large and did not have the flexibility they have today, and patients were quite uncomfortable. Today's exam is so much easier, and the vast majority of patients don't even know they've had an exam done. They wake up and they wonder, when are you going to start, doctor? It's already done. Well, the most important thing to me is the patient. We can have technology, but if you don't sit down and talk to the patient and find out what their problems are and what their expectations and fears are, you've only done half the job by doing the procedure. So my focus is on the whole patient.